Hey everybody, Matt here. This is going to be a video, I don't know what I'm going to call it, SHTF or bean sprouts or something like that, I don't know. Regardless, by the title, you probably already know what this is about, but for anybody who doesn't, basically I'm going to show you a quick and easy and really cheap way that for about 5 minutes worth of effort a day, you can quadruple or better your food supply, at least as far as one item goes. And that's going to be bean sprouts. A lot of you, especially if you're preppers, you already know about bean sprouts. You know what they are. Maybe you've done it yourself. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. It's really simple. It's really easy. Anybody can do it. I just got into doing it here not too long ago. It's just cool. And anybody who's ever had bean sprouts before know they pretty much just taste like lettuce. You throw them on salad. You can throw them in pastas. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. They taste good. They're really good for you. A lot of protein. You get a lot of minerals. Excuse me, vitamins and minerals the same as you would from like lettuce and other like leafy green vegetables that is good for you. Just in general, they're really good. They're really healthy for you, and they're really easy to make. To give you an idea, we've got 12 jars here, I believe. Okay, we've got 9, 10, 11, 12 jars. Okay, of bean sprouts. All these bean sprouts came from one bag. I believe it was a 12-ounce bag of lentil beans that I got at Walmart for like 89 cents, okay? It was enough that if I had poured it in one of these jars, it probably would have filled up one of these jars about to right here, okay? But because it sprouted and it takes up more and more room and begins to fill up and becomes more and more food, it is now up to 12 jars. Now, 4 of these jars are like this, okay? I just started sprouting these yesterday. I don't know if you can see those. They're just now beginning to sprout. They will grow into about probably 6 to 8 more jars, so I will have even more. And this is all from one little 12-ounce bag of lentil beans. As far as the beans you want to use, I prefer the smaller beans. Lentil beans, and I can't think of any of the other names, but go for the smallest beans you can find. Lentil works great. Sometimes the mixed bean bag that you can get at the store works pretty good. What I've found is that larger beans like pinto beans, that even though they're really cheap, they're really hard to sprout. They take a lot more care and attention. These you basically rinse off twice a day, every 12 hours, and it literally takes like 5 minutes of effort a day to sprout these. Larger beans are a little bit harder to sprout. They take longer. You have to be more careful with them because if you pack them down too much, the beans can actually start to mold. They're just a little bit more of a pain in the butt. You can sprout them, but I recommend starting out with smaller beans, especially if you're just now getting into it. It's just easier to sprout, less effort, and it's just as good. Like I said, I mean, this is for pretty much anybody. Maybe you already know about this. If you're a prepper, this is definitely something you'll want to know. Even if you're not a prepper, you just want to eat healthy and save a little money at the grocery store, this is a really good way to do that, okay? And I'll show you how you do it. Basically, all you're going to do, let's take one of these jars since they're new and I just started these yesterday. First off, you're going to take some beans and fill them up just a little bit in there, okay? And then you're going to fill it up with water twice as high as the beans, okay? Then you're going to let it soak for 12 hours overnight, okay? Then when you come back the next day, like these started out right here. Because they absorbed all the water, they went up to here, all right? Then you're going to dump all the water out and you're going to rinse them for the first time. And you're going to continue to rinse them for every 12 hours, which is twice a day, until you're ready to eat them, however long it is. The longer you leave them, the more they will sprout, okay? I like to leave mine for at least a couple weeks and let them really sprout. Some people like to eat them just after a couple days when it's just a little bit of sprouting and they sprinkle this on their salad. I don't like that. I like them getting larger and leafier like this. But all you're going to do is you're going to take a jar, you're going to fill it up with a little bit of water, kind of shake the beans up, okay? And you're going to agitate the beans, mix them up, make sure they get all wet, and then you're going to drain them out. Now, you can buy, like I think I mentioned this before, but if I didn't, you can buy sprouting jars, and basically they're just regular glass jars that have a top with this center cut out, and it has a little screen on it, so that you don't have to use your hand like I'm doing. It's actually a little quicker, but I just reuse old jars, pasta jars, like fettuccine Alfredo, peanut butter jars. I've got, all kinds of stuff. Just any kind of little glass jars you have in your house. I just reuse that stuff. Takes a little longer to drain each one because you're doing it with your hand so that you don't let the beans get out. But it works the same. I mean, I've never had any problems with it. So it's really up to you what you want to do. Go buy sprouting jars if you want it a little easier. If you just want to save money, just do it like this. All right, that's it. You're going to do that to each jar twice a day. You're just going to rinse them out. No big deal. Once they start sprouting, they're a lot easier to rinse out because they don't just come out of the jar. Once they sprout up like this, you're gonna get some water in there, mix them up, shake them around, and you just dump the water out. They won't even come out because they're all sprouting, so they're all kind of stuck in there. they just stay in there. Really easy to do, real simple. They taste great. Like I said, you sprinkle them on salad and pastas, any food you want. Throw them in with, if you're making lasagna. They go real good with Italian food because they're like spicy. That's hard to describe. The lentils, at least, are a little more spicy, almost like a spicy lettuce. They add a really good flavor to a lot of stuff. They probably also taste pretty good in Mexican food too, but you know, really cool. You are going to have some little the husks fall off. Those come off as you rinse them. But that's pretty much it, man. That's how you sprout beans. It's really easy. It's a great food supply, and it's really, really cheap. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you later.